Hi, the other day I put up a video on pinching out and I got quite a few questions. So I thought I'd bring you here into my dahlia patch. These are dahlias that I started from cuttings quite a bit back. They went through a couple storms, so they're a little beat up, but they're pretty good. Anyway, Brian has some questions for us today, and he's gonna ask me and I'm gonna try to answer them. These are ones that quite a few people asked on Instagram. So fire away, Brian.
So the first question is, your drip tape is near the crown of the plant. Is that the best place to put drip tape?
Right, so the drip tape, when I first start out when the plants are small, I have it kind of close, and what I'll do later is I'll just then, you know, take it and pull it away farther. So yeah, it's not the best to have it near the crowns later, but at first it is because the roots are just kind of close by.
And do you also pinch out your seedlings, the ones that you don't know what they're going to look like, in addition to the known varieties?
Right, so the seedlings, it kind of depends what you're going to use your seedlings for. I use mine mostly for hybridizing, so what I want it to do is just push a main stem and give me a flower or two for me to decide whether I want to keep them or not. I'm not really using them for my florists and designers, but if I was, then I would definitely pinch them out and then make lots of branching and get a lot more flowers.
So if you're using them for cut flowers, you would pinch them out?
Yeah.
Do you ever pinch out below the second set of leaves?
I don't typically pinch out below the second set of leaves because I want to get as many branches as possible. So for the smaller varieties that are like 2 to 3, even up to 4 inches, I'll do 5 sets of leaves. So I count the leaf sets and then pinch out after 5. So I'm going to show you over here. This is Valley Porcupine. It's kind of a white, smallish variety. What I did was I waited to pinch this out after 5 sets. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets, and then I pinched out. And you can see the little scar that from the pinch right there. It's all closed up because it was done when the plant was a little smaller. But you can see now I'm getting all the laterals. So I've got laterals here, 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 and down here. So these are all going to be branches that come up and make blooms. So you'll have more of a bushy plant, which is really nice, and a lot more blooms.
And how many times do you pinch out? Can you do it again?
No, you just want to do it once. So pinching out is different than disbudding. So pinching out is you just pinch it once here, and then it causes all the branching. When you have, we could look over here, Bri. When you have a bud forming and you've got secondary buds on the side, this is called disbudding, where you would take your fingers and just roll these off like that. And I do that. Some people don't take their secondary buds off, but I always do because I want to see the bloom in its finest. And a lot of times these secondary buds, like this one here, is starting to grow tall. It will grow past the main bud. And I don't think that's the best. And also this takes up a lot of energy for the plant as well. So I disbud, but that's, again, different than pinching off. Pinching off, you do once. Disbudding, you'll do the whole season if you're into it.
And can you root the little pinch that you take?
Sometimes you can if you've waited kind of a while and let's say your pinch is like this tall. You could probably strip off those lower leaves and have a leaf axil that could go under the soil, and it would make roots, and that would work out. But what I do is I typically do it when it's really small, like maybe this tall, and those never root well.
Okay. Is there ever a situation where you need to pinch it again?
I've never had a situation where I've gone in and pinched a second time. So.
And is this the same as what some people call stopping or pinching off, or yeah?
Yeah, those are all the same word for the same situation where you're just doing it once.
And
yep.
Where can they go on the Christine Albrecht YouTube page if they want to see a YouTube video on disbudding?
Right, if you want to see disbudding, where you're taking those secondary buds off around the main bloom, You can go to my videos on YouTube at 155. It's so just go to YouTube, go type in Christine Albrecht, and go to video 155. So the other thing I kind of wanted to talk about too is I talk about the size of the bloom and pinching off after 5 sets for the smaller blooms. But if you are growing giants, like I enjoy growing giants, those are the ones that are 10, 12, 16 inches big. Those you pinch off after 3 sets of leaves. So that's kind of something to think about. So for the smaller varieties, if you're a cut flower farmer, you would probably do it just after 5 sets of leaves and not 3. Have a good day.